Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights reaction. Of course, we have another new song for me to listen to. It is Miss You. This is a very new one. I don't know the character on this one, and I'm not going to try saying her name because I definitely won't say it right. But the song being Miss You immediately makes me think that it's going to be kind of a more somber song. So, with that in mind, let's just get into it, see if I'm correct. Let's go. Oh, not a sad, somber song, at least in rhythm. There we go. Thought that was very quiet. I didn't know why.
What if I stop seeing the parts of you that live within me? What if I stop feeling the strength that you'd insist is in me? My deepest fears might all come true, but I will try to keep my cool. Long as I keep breathing, I'll do my best to be like you. They say that
It's a very unique sound from the usual stuff I've been hearing.
and it kind of fake and hard, but I still wonder when the healing will begin. I've always needed you. You know, I really, really miss you.
I like that doubled snare.
My eyes and drifted.
Makes things feel a little bit more lively. There's a lot of side chaining happening in this song.
Stop hearing this heart that's only beating for you. What if tonight when I'm dreaming, you're not right there like you're supposed to be? They say the time will mend.
My feet are kind of playing along with the percussion that's being played in here.
The healing will begin. You know, I've always needed you. You know, I really, really miss you. What if I close my eyes and drifted till forever to find you?
So these lyrics are not being subtle at all.
Would you be looking for me too? What if I close my eyes and drifted till forever to find you? Some mornings I just can't get up because the whole wide world put its weight on me. But that's when I remind myself to open up the gift that you gave to me. My eyes like yours.
I'm starting to pull apart some of the composition a little bit. I'm latching on.
I just wish you could see who I've become. You know, I've always needed you. You know, I really, really miss you. What if I close my eyes and drifted till forever to find you? Would you be
Some
looking
interesting
for me
stuff
too?
happening here.
Would you be looking for me too? What if I close my eyes and drifted till forever to find you?
It's a very pleasant song.
You.
All right, so that one was kind of loaded. That had a lot of production value that I was not anticipating throughout the song. That's why it took me so long to start actually listening to it. I was focusing on the lyrics for a while, and then I was like, wait, I need to listen to more of what's actually happening in the song. And then I started to expand, and my brain went, whoa, and I started to hear every little bit. So the lyrics are pretty obvious. They do not really try to hide them. They're not played off as like a pseudo thought process. It's very clear to what they want to do, which is meet this person again or these people again. This feels very personal, very sentimental in a way that makes me feel like the character might be reminiscing about a family member, but it could be about a very close friend or a spouse, even. Again, don't know these characters. But with the lyrics being so succinct and direct in their message, it makes me feel like it's probably somebody who's a lot closer than a distant relative or a friend, somebody that they were at once very close to and now have a desire to see again if ever given the opportunity, potentially even through the avenue of death. Obviously, the theme doesn't really give me the energy of somebody who's having those sorts of thoughts, but there are storied examples of musicians using a light-hearted composition, something a little bit more fluffy and nice, easier to listen to, but then the lyrics are very dark. That's a pretty common thing, so I would not be surprised if that were the case here. But again, I don't know the character's backstory, so I could be completely off the mark there. As far as the production goes, there were some things I started to notice in the latter half that made me really interested. There were a lot of really nice, tight harmonies in there that were almost acting as vocoded vocals. They were really tight harmonies, and there was a lot of layering in order to get it to that point. It almost sounded like the vocals were an instrument underneath the actual lead vocal, which is something that, again, isn't too uncommon, but is just really nice to hear when it gets done well. And it took me a while to actually hear it, which shows just how well it was hidden in there. That mix was pretty full of a lot of different harmonies, and they were really close, so it's hard to hear, but it adds so much body to the overall song in ways that you really don't perceive, which is why it took me so long to hear it. Aside from that, you get the usual suspects with songs like this, the synths being there, the slightly detuned pianos. The drum beat was kind of fun, having that extra snare in there made it a little bit offbeat and a little bit more lively, but otherwise isn't super unique, so I wasn't really focused on that as much as I was the lyrics and then the backing vocals. That is really, to me, where this song shines, which is kind of weird for me as a drummer to be focusing on the lyrics and the way that the vocals were processed and produced. But for me, it was one of those songs, and these are pretty few and far between, where I'm hearing the lyrics and they are standing above the other instruments and production. Whereas usually I'm listening to exclusively the production and kind of ignoring the lyrics. Another song that did this was Morning Dew for me. That was a very, like, I love the lyrics of this song. It sounds very somber and pretty, but overall I was focusing on the lyrics, not the production at first. And as I was saying that last sentence, I kind of glanced over and saw the So Long Adele theme part of the title. I didn't even see that the first time, so I don't know who Adele is. Maybe that's the person the song is about, but as neither here nor there, I don't know these characters, so I could be completely wrong yet again. I always have to throw in that disclaimer. I think that's about all I have to say, though. I have been struggling to get through this video, trying to say what I'm saying. I'm getting tongue-tied and my thoughts are getting all twisted, so I'm going to call it here before I start making myself even more mad while I'm editing this. Editor me, I'm sorry. I will see you all in the next video. If you want to see more of these, you know how to support me and all that. Goodbye!